You're gonna be really disappointed if you open that door, because on the other side of the door is more water. I wish there was more.
Matter. I don't need much, just a couple of things. Never shoot nothing inside of my range. Don't ever tell me to stay in my lane. Yeah. Draw back the curtain, it's me on the stage. Working my magic like I am a mage. Look at the audience, they all amazed. Yeah.
Okay, it's been a minute since I checked out anything VTuber related or Casey Edwards related. Of course, I reacted to his song Buried Alight from Devil May Cry, and it made me say, hey, Devil May Cry, that sounds cool. I know my brother played that game once before. And then that Devil May Cry 5 music was brought to my attention. I was like, oh, this is cool. Then that whole anime has been dropped now for Devil May Cry. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Now I'm at a point now where I want to play the game. I want to play the game, react to the anime. I want to do all that, but baby steps. We're listening to another VTuber today, Gawr Gura. There's no way I didn't pronounce that right. We're just gonna look at this from a music production perspective. Casey Edwards did the production and wrote the song, apparently. This sounds like a really cool combination. I'm all for it. I have high expectations. Sometimes that's dangerous, but these are two heavy hitters. Ash again. Should I turn on subtitles? Sure, why not? Ooh, trembling string in the background, a low trembling string, but it has a little bit of distortion on it, just rising up, doing a crescendo, just, and it came in with a little thud in the beginning, just boom, maybe a kick with a bunch of reverb on it. Not sure exactly how they accomplished that sound, but then that little piano. I'm wondering if that's gonna come back into the fold again in a significant way in this song. Let's see. Ooh, cool flanger on the voice. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So we have this vacant style of just this lonely, it sounds like a synth plucking in the background. Bum, 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 bum. 16th notes just panning from side to side. Maybe they put a Doppler effect of some sort on it to make it move from side to side in the headphones. Not sure. Her voice just sounds really tucked back in the mix, but it sounds really light and it has a lot of reverb on it and it has a chorus flanger on it, which makes it sound kind of psychedelic in a way. I think that's pretty cool. And then they come in though for this burn it down part, they bring it a little bit more to life. And then it goes away again. Yeah, bass line and background vocals. Damn, that's a big flame. Don't let Light Yagami hear this. Ooh. Synthesized strings doing eighth notes now. And then there's an arpeggiated synth that's going. Maybe it's the same synth that was used for that back and forth that I was mentioning earlier. Ooh. Okay, these are some kind of taikos. Ooh. Okay, I didn't know we were going that way with it. I didn't know what the tempo was gonna be for this one. I love the way the drums are smacking through right now. And then you hear those strings. And I love how she didn't get dynamic with the vocals. We're still in the same energy level. Tear it down, da-da-da. There's a low harmony underneath the voice too. Ooh! And all is ash again. Whatever that low harmony is, I might not have nailed it right there, but that was really nice, and it just keeps everything sounding real dark. I love that her attitude is not changing during this. Sometimes it's really tempting for an artist to explode on the vocals when the hook comes in, because all the energy is ramped up, you know? You want to just be like, I gotta match that energy, but no, we're matching the character's mindsets energy, if that makes sense. Like, we still feel the same way as we did in the verse. Why do I have to explode on the hook? Let me just stay the same attitude, the same tone. There's some high strings going on in the background. There's a really smooth bass line that's ascending. And yeah, her vocal performance is actually kind of stealing my attention here. Damn, she's not talking to you, boo. Wait, was that you? You're not talking to yourself? I don't know. Oh, so now that synth that I heard in the beginning, the dun, 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 dun. Funny that they say voices rise in my head because I mentioned those synths going back and forth in the headphones. Like dun, 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 dun. But now they're layered with some kind of pad. Or maybe that synthesized string that I mentioned earlier. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Ooh. Really heavy on the kick drum in these drums, but the snare's really quiet and reverberated. Ooh, the low string rising, you hear that? All right, yeah, the taikos are rising up again as she's ramping up to get back into the hook here. Dun, 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 dun. I also like how we do the legato, and then we have this like vocal riff or vocal fill at the end. Slow to fast, kind of. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Doll Maker, yes. Tear it down. The snare's repeating there. Duh, duh. Bruh. It's something about high strings that just make it sound so cinematic, epic, big, especially when it has bass line underneath that's done right. And I think, you know, with all these layers that's going on, I think it was just a perfect choice to build the instrumental around this mid-tone that Gawr Gura. By the way, I said that right. If I didn't, then you're wrong. Okay? Let me know if I said it right. The range that she chose to sing in. Oh. This is the end. I'll do it again. Ooh. Oh, some side kind of. The plugin that I would use to accomplish that would be a morphoder in Pro Tools. That's the software that I use to record vocals. But it sounds like they did that to create this low chord underneath her voice. So it sounds kind of robotic, sort of. Dark we change. There's a lot of ways to accomplish it. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, those strong string accents there. Da, 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 da. I love how we're spreading out the words, breaking them apart in the vocal delivery. Ooh, the chord. These are like Woodkid type chords here. These are wood. This bridge is very Woodkid-esque. This is the most dynamic she's been in her vocals so far. I like it. Strings are almost drowning her out here. Woo! Oh! Turn it down. Oh. Oh, damn. So she's spazzing out with the ad-libs right now. With the super, I should just say dynamic. I've said dynamic so many times in this reaction, but because of her lack of being dynamic with her vocals. But now she's letting it all out during this last hook in the ad-libs in the background with reverb and delay on the voice, so they sound big and have a lot of movement to them. But still, that dead tone, that really chill, relaxed tone, like dead inside feel, is still there during the delivery, during the hook. And I think that's so cool that they're layered on top of each other like that. Tear it down, burn it down. Woo! Yeah, the way that loud or long held out ad-lib is clashing with these chords. Fire. Ooh, nice vibrato on the vocal. I mean, I'm gonna just spoil it for you, girl. I know you're thinking about going through that door, but you're gonna be really disappointed if you open that door. Because on the other side of the door is more water. I wish there was more. Now you're gonna learn the hard way. We know what was on the other side of that door. That was fucking dope. All right, so I'm starting to understand that Casey Edwards on the production side of things doesn't miss. No VTubers. I haven't heard a lot of VTuber songs. I need to listen to more. I need to get more tapped in. I need recommendations. I know you guys recommended something last time that I reacted to something in this realm, and then I didn't do it. But all I can say is I've been recording at least one reaction a day, so you may have a chance. You may have a chance. Why was there a door in the water? Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what I need to check out next, and I'll see you in the next one.
I don't need much, just a couple of things. Never shoot nothing inside of my range. Don't ever tell me to stay in my lane. Yeah. Draw back the curtain, it's me on the stage. Working my magic like I am a mage. Look at the audience, they all amazed. Yeah, yeah. I make it look easy. Flow is like Fiji. Got me on repeat. Got me on repeat. Got me on repeat. Run it back. I don't need nothing inside of my range.